The Inside Edge Network is brought to you by Fanatics. Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans, dedicated to our favorite teams and athletes to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. We're talking NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, National Hockey League, the NCAA. I'm a wrestling guy as well. We got WWE apparel available too. It allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. It's right there in the corner of your screen. Get your official gear. Level up with us at fanatics.com.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is Midnight Run on a Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, 12:04. As we come to you on the air, we got a lot to get to, and we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into the Cleveland Cavaliers because they did win today, 136-131 over the Orlando Magic. Donovan Mitchell, 42 points. Things got a little bit troublesome near the end of the game. James Harden had a few opportunities to finish drives at the paint, and he couldn't do it. But Donovan Mitchell was able to close things out, driving into the basket and closing out the game against a feisty Orlando Magic team. But the story is the game, but also what Kenny Atkinson, the Cavaliers head coach, had to say after the game. And to really set this up, you look at the score, 136-131. Great. We scored 136 points. Phenomenal. Fantastic. In a regular season game. Phenomenal. But the worrisome part is the 131 given up. And without Jared Allen being out there defensively, our defensive rankings have slipped for the Cavaliers. And we'll talk about more of that on the other side because it has slipped. And against playoff contending teams, our defensive effort for the Cavaliers, I think we're based here in Cleveland. That's what I'm saying. We and our and that kind of thing. But the Cavaliers' defensive effort is just not there. They're not able to close out. Too many teams every single game have open three-point shots. Orlando was on point from that standpoint, from downtown, especially in the first half. But you even saw it even deep there. I mean, Orlando made 14 three-pointers. 14 three-pointers tonight. 14-39. So they attempted 39 three-pointers, which is nuts. But they made 14 of them. And if you want to contend and be a championship contender, this can't happen. Cannot give up 14 three-pointers. Cannot give up open shots. That's a problem. That's a major problem. If we think we're going to outscore other teams in the playoffs when adjustments are made game by game, that's just not going to happen. So take a listen. This is Kenny Atkinson after the game. Thank you to Chad for grabbing us. Thank you to Spencer German and everyone there for grabbing all this. This is Kenny Atkinson following tonight's game, talking about the lack of defensive effort. And if we don't clean this up, this is going to be a short playoff run. Take a look.
Kenny, what did you think the way that Donovan and James were working in this tonight?
Great. I mean, they're two two talented players that understand the game. High-level scorers, high-level playmakers. But I just told the team in the locker room, if we're going to play defense like this, we're going to have a short playoff stint. So, right now we have a mentality that we're just going to outscore people. And we all know when it comes playoff time, it's not going to be that easy offensively. You're not always going to shoot like we're scoring now. So if we're giving up 132 points, 128, I don't know, seems like every game, we're not going anywhere. So
what did you think the biggest issue defensively?
Everything. So it's the compete level, and then along with the compete level, there's an IQ level, an understanding of the game. So if you're slipping in both areas, you give up 132 points. And the last part of that is communication, right? So if your compete level's not there defensively, you're missing closeouts or not understanding personnel. That's the IQ part, right? And then they're sliding in for offensive rebounds all the time, and that's so we got to decide. We got 2 weeks to figure it out, and that's the challenge for this group. But right now, we just think we can outscore people.
And that's courtesy of the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's been 14 games since the Cavaliers have held a team under 100 points. 14 games. You got to go back. It was on this Tuesday back on February 20, a month ago, February 24th against the New York Knicks, where the Cavs won that game 109-94. That was the last time the Cavaliers held a team under 100 points. Now, if you go through the scoring records and stuff, great. The Cavaliers only one time during that stretch in the last 11 games, only once did the Cavaliers themselves not score 100 points or more. Great. But Kenny Atkinson's right, and we have all seen it come playoff time. When there are game-by-game adjustments, the scoring does not come easy when you're facing the same team 7 times in a row. I mean, that's just and listen, Kenny Atkinson has talked about for weeks and months that the defensive effort has to improve. It has to improve. It has to improve. And I have to assume one or two things. Either the schemes that he's drawing up and his staff is drawing up and ain't working, and they need to go back to the drawing board and figure out better strategies, or the players are just arrogant and can care less about, it's just the minor details. We'll get to it. It's a blind spot. We'll get to it. We'll figure it out. As long as we put up 136 points in regulation, we're good. That's how they've been bounced out of the playoffs the last couple of days. Again, we're coming on the air after a win, after a very impressive offensive performance by the Cavaliers. But Kenny Atkinson, kudos to him for seeing the bigger picture with 10 games remaining in the regular season, to seeing the bigger picture. I mean, don't look now. The playoffs start in 3 weeks. Don't look now. Playoffs we got Easter, the Masters, the playoffs. It's right in front of our faces. And Kenny Atkinson is getting ahead of something publicly that I imagine he's been trying to preach privately in-house for the last several weeks. And it's not clicking. And things are going to change if this is a short playoff run. That's Kenny Atkinson essentially saying, look, I'm kind of paraphrasing when I say this, but if this is a short playoff run and we don't fix the defense, I'm not going to be here, and some of y'all are not going to be here either. End of story. Case closed. That's that. So those are very, very telling words from Kenny Atkinson. And then the other thing that he pointed out was not getting rebounds, not getting offensive rebounds. I can't tell you how many games that we've watched with the Cavaliers where they're getting out muscle with the offensive rebound battle. Orlando today, 13 offensive rebounds. 13 offensive rebounds by the Orlando Magic. There was actually, I know the score was 136-131. Cavs should have won this by at least 10 points. And the lack of defensive execution down the stretch allowed Orlando to be back into the game. And if it wasn't for a critical defensive error on the side of Orlando late in the game that led to Donovan Mitchell taking advantage of a pump fake and driving in and scoring, this could have been a game the Cavs probably would have held on, but who knows? Who knows? We've seen crazier things happen. But it's these little things, it's these tests that we talk about going in. I thought Eli and Chad made a great point on Primetime today that games like this are true measuring stick games. Considering that the Orlando Magic, I know right now they're in the play-in tournament position, but there's only like a 3-game separation between the 5th seed and the 10th seed. So they could easily move up in the standings, and you could be seeing Orlando somehow in the playoffs. And if it's not Orlando, it could be any one of these teams. This is not strictly an Orlando Magic defensive problem. This is the issue we've seen when the Cavaliers have taken bad losses on Sundays against the Boston Celtics, against the Oklahoma City Thunder, in the past against the Knicks, not counting the big win back in February. But that is the issue, not being able to get those critical rebounds, not being able to close out from downtown on those open three-pointers. I mean, there's no excuse, no reason why Orlando attempted 39 three-pointers today. They made 14 of them. I mean, again, that goes to show you those issues have to improve, or else that's that. Now, we did win the game. So I want to remind people, and I'm going to remind myself, we did win the game. We dominated in the paint, 62 points in the paint compared to their 38 in the paint. Again, Donovan Mitchell closing things out. I am so happy Max Strus is back. So happy Max Strus is back. What he's able to do, you need people out there to spread the floor. And Donovan Mitchell is a legitimate scoring threat. James Harden, throughout the course of the game, didn't like how he couldn't close out layups in the fourth, late in the game. But every defense has to respect Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. But you also have to respect Max Strus on the outside. And Max Strus was a guy who came through today, particularly in the fourth quarter. He made things happen on the side. 11 points coming off the bench. So I like that. I like having Strus as Kenny Atkinson tries to find his ideal rotation. I like Strus coming off the bench. Fourth quarter, Keith, three-point shooter from downtown. Huge. He made 3 3-pointers. Absolutely huge. Evan Mobley, 19 points. I know. We've had questions about the role that Evan Mobley needs to play, but you do need to respect the fact that Evan Mobley is the QB of the defense, and Evan Mobley's 19 points did come in huge. Also, Sam Merrill, 19 points. So if you have Donovan Mitchell and James Harden both going, and you saw the stat earlier, Donovan Mitchell, 42 points, James Harden, 26 points. If that's going, and then you got Max Strus coming off the bench, you got Evan Mobley, you got to respect him in the paint. And then that opens the door for Sam Merrill to hit big shots. Schroeder had a couple of big shots as well. He was a presence out on the floor. Offensively, I can go on and on and on and on and on about how impressive this game was offensively. And it was impressive. It was. When everything's clicking and hopefully Jared Allen can come back. Oh, man, hopefully he can be healthy. He can come back. Offensively, you feel pretty good in regular season situations. But Kenny Atkinson is seeing the bigger picture. And that part is huge. So, again, great win for the Cavaliers. And coming up in the second segment of this show, we're going to introduce a new segment, more so relating to the Cavaliers. New segment called Pick Your Poison Tuesday. Eli will have that for you coming up in the next segment. Now, something else happened in this game, like at the very beginning of the game, that deserves a bit of attention here on Midnight Run. Let's go to it. This is Cut 324 Beer 01. This is courtesy of NBC and Peacock.
Sam Merrill.
Oh, we finally got our answer with the wet ball. Look over the shoulder. Oh, he evades. Oh, you've got to be aware that spillage, major spillage, direct shot, a direct hit to the beer.
And she does not look happy.
No.
She does not look happy.
That was a pricey spillage.
Courtesy of NBC, Noah Eagle, Reggie Miller on the call. Okay. Let me get Eli on the screen for this one because we got a few things to address here, buddy.
Yeah.
Number one. If this is a baseball game, you know better not to be on your phone during a live action. So at least you're not going to get a baseball flying at your face. But you're in the front, you're near the front row. The game just started. The game just started.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have that coming. I'm sorry, man. You gotta have that coming.
Yeah, it teaches you. You gotta pay attention. You shouldn't have your beer chilling up on top of the little stand there. You should maybe have it down. By I don't know. I set it down in the cup holder. I think there's a cup holder in front. I mean, there's just so much going on there. I feel for her because beers are like $10, $12 at the arena nowadays.
$40 beer.
Yeah, probably 20. Probably 20. I'm tripping saying $12. But you gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention, Double A. At the end of the day, me and you know, like you said, we know better. I don't drink anymore, but I've had some summer shandies back in my day, drinking. And look, you gotta have one hand on the beer, one hand usually, if you're at a baseball game, one hand on, some nachos or something, and you just gotta be alert, man. Like, I don't know how to explain it. This is this lady's first time at a Cavaliers game. That's my only thing I can think of is maybe she's never been to a live sporting event that close.
That's possible. You bring up a great point. I think that's possible. I think if you have great seats, somebody paid, like, I don't want to say influencer, but you pay for great seats and you're just there. Oh, I'm on television. And you're on I'll use a wrestling term here for a hot second. You're on the hard cam side.
Yeah.
She knew she was on television. She knew. Like, you're symbiotic coaches. All right, real quick before we go to break. Eli, come back on the screen because I actually want your thoughts.
I'm back.
Obviously, Kenny Atkinson spoke after prime time.
Yes.
So What were your thoughts from what you heard from Kenny Atkinson?
Yeah, I mean, it makes a ton of sense. We've talked about it through main event. We've talked about it on prime time. We've talked about it here on Midnight Run. The Cavaliers' defense has been lethargic. It's been not motivated, unmotivated, whatever you want to say. I mean, uninspiring, whatever word you want to use. It just has not been good. And it's just, for me, AA, Kenny Atkinson's spot on. If they don't get Jared Allen back, to your point, they're going to be, first off, missing a defensive anchor there with Evan Mobley. The bigs really control that defense. James Harden's never been defensively sound, per se. I mean, he's all right, but he's never been great defensively. And, Donovan's probably the best defender we have in the guard position. I mean, besides that, everybody else is okay to average, I just feel like they are lacking defensively, and they aren't going to be able to outscore these Boston teams, these New York teams of the world, even on the Western Conference, OKC. These teams will put the clamps on them. Boston put the clamps on Cleveland last time they played them, and that's the problem, is you're not going to be able to score 136 points, so are you going to be able to win a 115 to 113 game, a 108, 107 game? Are you going to be able to win those games? And I don't know if the Cavaliers can do that right now, and that's what worries me. And that's why I'm asking earlier on primetime, is the duo of James Harden and Donovan Mitchell enough? Are they going to have to just outscore it and die by the sword, metaphorically speaking here, offensively?
Yeah, it's good. I'm looking real quick, and I know we got a break here. I'm looking real quick at last year's second-round series against the Pacers.
Yes.
And I'll just read you the scores. Game 1, Pacers won 121 to 112. Game 2, that was the Halliburton, the craziness at the end, 120 to 119.
Yep.
Cavs won Game 3, 126 to 104. Then the Pacers won the next two, 129 to 109, and then 114 to 105. Yeah, you're just – because teams are making adjustments. So, yeah, maybe you can get a good scoring hand, but defensively, if you're not closing out, it's curtain calls.
Yeah. All it takes, I know we got to run the break. All it takes is the 8-10-0 run, AA. All it takes is an 8-10-0 run, and the Cavs are in trouble.
Yeah. How often do we see that with the playoffs? And even with March Madness, we see that. Like, all you need is that scoring run, and that's a problem. You do need a scoring run at B.A. Sweeties as we approach Easter. And I'll tell you what, as we are getting close to Easter, you got to get that basket of treats. You got to make sure that you're ready to go for, Good Friday, Easter weekend. It's a whole weekend. It's a whole vibe. BA Sweeties, whether it's getting the popcorn, you're getting Peeps, you're getting jelly beans, you're getting the classic treats, you're getting the unique treats, and the classic glass sodas. There is a huge difference between just the regular can that we enjoy from today's world versus the classic sugarcane flavored sodas from back in the day that come in glass. It's fantastic. BA Sweeties, it's the place you need to be. And when you're filling up that basket, let's just say your order comes to $40 or more. At the front desk when you're checking out, if your order is $40 or more, mention the word lollipop. Mention the word lollipop. You'll get $5 off of your order. We're going to talk more Cavs when we come back because Eli's going to give me a couple of poison pills, and I got to consume one of them. We come back in terms of the future of the Cavaliers. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We also got flag football and up next as well. Guardians start their season on Thursday. Great. Lovely. You'll be amazed how much you have to spend to watch the first opening series between the Seattle Mariners and the Cleveland Guardians. More Midnight Run after this.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
Baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at sportsmemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and player. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, but you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the sportsmemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Whether you're searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger,
I always forget the loop is on my. I always forget about the loop. I think when Eli was out last week, we opened the show with one of the spots, and I made two mistakes. Number one, I forgot to mute myself, so you just heard the coffee in the background, so it sounded like somebody was pissing while while the ad was going, and then I wasn't even ready to go, so it didn't even click until like midway through the second go around. Like, oh, this is being read twice. At least chat sounded great both times. So you do have that. Pick your poison coming up in 60 seconds. I told Eli this before the show. I'll share with you guys. So I'm at the gym earlier today, and actually, Eli, put yourself on the screen, so yeah. So I'm at the gym earlier today, and you listen to music and stuff. I have no idea how you can raw dog the gym. I don't know. You have to have headphones.
Okay.
So I'm doing lunges, and the song, I'm going to try to keep this somewhat family appropriate. We gonna blank tonight.
Okay.
Who does that song? I forgot who.
Oh my goodness.
Whatever. That doesn't matter.
Let me look. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Anywho, so we go tonight. We go tonight. We go. So.
Are you talking about the one, the by Lime? Is it by Lime? 1982.
No. Oh man, this is so bad.
No. I'm so wrong.
No.
Not Calvin Richardson.
Hold up. WGFT. Gonna.
Oh,
Gonna.
that. Okay, I thought you were talking about like. Oh, okay, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm listening to it in the gym, and doing lunges. And you get into the zone, so you start kind of mouthing the lyrics. Uncensored. We go tonight. We go tonight. We go.
Oh, no.
I'm singing this kind of like low. I didn't think anybody heard me. Meanwhile, this older lady at the gym just walks right on by and turns her head and smirks at me. Now, this woman is like 60-something years old. And I'm like, oh, no.
Dude, did you at least tell her to tune in the Midnight Run tonight?
I was too embarrassed. I didn't
Okay,
get
okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was not a good program director at that moment.
That's okay. I mean, I can understand.
I think if I told her to tune in the Midnight Run, she would thought it was a Cinemax show.
Fair. Yeah, you didn't set a very good first impression. I mean, maybe you did, depending on what the vibes were.
No, the vibes were not good.
Okay.
And she's a regular at that gym too.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Oh no. Okay.
So
pick your poison, I guess. Because we already got one.
already got one. I'm hoping she's not there tomorrow.
Do you think she just doesn't come back to the gym? Do you think she finds a different gym to work out at now?
I think that would be the best for the both of us.
yeah. That's great.
I think that would be the best for the both of us. Oh man. I turned my music off. I was embarrassed. I turned it off.
Did you finish? You finished the workout?
Oh, I finished the workout.
Okay.
I finished, and then probably like 10 minutes later, I turned it back on. But it was like, yeah, those solid 10 minutes. I'm like, oh no, and every thought comes to your head like, okay, is she lead? Did she really hear that? Did she react?
Yeah.
No.
Maybe she was just being friendly, like smiling. Maybe she. I mean, I guess there's only one way to find out. We'll have to stay tuned in on Midnight Run and see if there's a part 2.
The woman, I'm sure, has kids.
Yeah, but Double A. In fairness, I'll be 29 in July. We're getting older. I mean, that's kind of part of the reality of the situation.
I get all that, but the woman, I didn't mean to sing to her. No, it really wasn't directed to anybody.
Fair. I get you.
All right, we got to move on.
Yes.
New segment here on the show. Pick Your Poison Tuesdays. Eli, this is in relation to the future of the Cavaliers.
Yes, it is, Double A, and I'm glad you asked. Obviously, and if there's anybody out there that wants to sponsor our Pick Your Poison Tuesday, we will definitely take it. I mean, it's a little tough sell, but we'll tell you that you're the opposite of poison.
Eli did a better job of selling the network in 5 seconds than I did at the gym today.
I got you. Here's our Pick Your Poison Tuesday today, Double A. It is centered around the Cavaliers. I'm going to give you the red pill versus the blue pill, and you have to choose which one you would rather choose.
Okay.
All right, the red pill. The Cavs lose in the 2026 NBA Finals in 5 games to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They then run the same team back in 2027. Exact same team. Run it back. Maybe you lose a bench guy here or there. Same exact team pretty much. That's the red pill. The blue pill. You lose, if you're the Cavaliers, you lose in the second round to the Detroit Pistons and JB Bickerstaff potentially without Cade Cunningham. We'll see what's going on there. But you bring in LeBron James in 2027 and you retool for 2027. That is your red pill versus your blue pill. Red pill, losing the 26 finals in 5 games to OKC, run the same team back in 27. Blue pill, losing the second round to the Detroit Pistons, get LeBron James, get the king back in Cleveland, and that's your team in 2027. Double A, which pill are you choosing?
I hate myself. I hate my answer. I'm just going to tell you right now, I hate my answer. I would take the blue pill.
Oh, no.
I hate my answer. I would take it. I hate it. Here. Okay, let me explain myself. Dang, man, this is a bad day. Let me explain myself, okay?
Yeah.
The red pill. You lose in the finals in 5 games to OKC. Superior team. Basically, the assumption would be it could play out like the 2017 finals, where like the Cavs and Warriors actually had like competitive, like high-level basketball games, but like Golden State with Kevin Durant was like clearly the better team. So It could play out that way. But you're assuming a 5-game gentleman's sweep. The Cavs are essentially outclassed. But I could imagine the reaction would be, we're almost there. We're right there. Let's run everything back. If LeBron was not part of that blue pill, I would take the red pill. Listen. NyQuil sucks too when you first take it. The blue pill's going to suck for the first couple of months. Playoff run's going to be terrible. It's going to be awful. And then from May to July 1st, it's going to be pitiful. It's going to suck. July 8th, July 9th, July 10th, 2026. If LeBron says, I'm making that one final run here in Cleveland, that blue pill all of a sudden feels pretty good. The medicine starts to work. It starts to kick in, and you get that final run. I'm taking the blue pill. Don't.
I'm with you, but the blue pill's got to have like additional supplements where you get like Giannis Antetokounmpo with the blue pill. Like you get the Giannis, like like that's like you get Giannis and LeBron, like otherwise you got to go red pill. I feel like we just spent a whole segment yesterday talking about is it finals or bust for the Cleveland Cavaliers on this very show, mind you, right here on Midnight Run with Anthony Alford. That's you.
Yeah.
And we are now saying it is not finals or bust. Essentially, is what you're telling me.
No. It's still a bust. No.
Okay.
Best believe it's still a bust.
But if it's a bust, let me ask you this then, Double A, not to interrupt you on your own show, but let me ask you this. If it is a bust, if they don't get to the finals, and you just chose the bust option because they would lose in the second round, why would Dan Gilbert, not Kobe Altman, why would Dan Gilbert want to run this team back in any shape or fashion? Why would he want to? Donovan Mitchell's on the way out potentially. If you're Dan Gilbert, you've already wrote a letter to LeBron once saying we're going to win a championship before you, and we didn't. Okay, we needed LeBron, but we've already done the Dan Gilbert doesn't care about superstars' feelings, and Donovan Mitchell, all due respect, is not LeBron James. Why would he want to run that back if they get bounced to the guy who just coached the team before, and the team that's on a their trajectory shouldn't be where the Cavs' trajectory is. They should be a year or two behind with this Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, all these guys. That's where they should be. So why would they run this back?
So I didn't put this down in the blue pill. The assumption would be you wouldn't run it back per se.
Okay.
If you're out in the second round, you wouldn't run it back. Like it would be LeBron. This would be you got to make Donovan Mitchell happy. So this would be Donovan Mitchell. This would be James Harden. This would be LeBron. And then figure everything else out. Me personally, I would love to, Jared Allen. I have such favorable opinions of Jared Allen at this very moment, but Jared Allen would be a piece, and Evan Mobley would be pieces that would have to be moved with the blue pill. I mean, it's a hard thing. To your other point, though, that what we talked about yesterday, I did mention finals or bust. Yes, you would make the finals. Absolutely, that would be huge. But also, you don't want to get outclassed in the finals as well. I mean, that's why I said like OKC in 5. And if they're not like competitive games, like if it's, again, like I said before, if it's like 2017, when it's like, if it's like high level, high competitive games and OKC just comes out on top. All right, fine. But you had a hell of a run getting there. But if it looks like you don't belong on the floor with OKC, or somehow OKC put in Denver or put in San Antonio, same thing. If it looks like you just don't belong, that's a major problem. But I can't. I listen. There is a selfish part of me, and many fans, I think you included, that. And listen, if things do fall apart, because neither of these options includes a 2026 NBA title.
Right.
There is a selfish part where you're like, man, what would it look like? One more run with LeBron. What would it look like?
Yeah, my only other question, I guess, to you is, okay, you chose the blue pill. All right, Cavs lose in the second round to the Detroit Pistons. They get LeBron. Okay, you feel good about this AA. But the Los Angeles Clippers right now are sitting in the 8th spot. And I'm not saying they'd make a deep playoff run or anything like that, but Darius Garland's been on fire since he's been in Los Angeles. What if the Clippers were to get to the Western Conference Finals and Darius Garland got to a Western Conference Finals before Donovan Mitchell got there, and he was one of the leading candidates for the Los Angeles Clippers? Does that make you feel a little bit worse about it? Because now you've traded away a guy that seemingly has found his stride and has gotten healthy now, And maybe this looks, hindsight 2020, not great if all that happens. A second-round exit and Darius Garland leading the charge. I mean, I'm not saying it's likely. They're in the 8th spot right now, but we've seen crazier things happen.
There is not. That's a great question. There's not. I don't think there's a single scenario where I feel bad about the trade. I personally think Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, that combination just wasn't an ideal fit.
Yeah.
2 small guards in that backcourt. It's just they were modeling off of Portland, and that's Damian Lillard, like that backcourt, and C.J. McCollum. I think the best they did was what, the second round?
Western Conference. I think they may have made the Western Conference Finals once, but then they got outclassed, to your point, by Golden State. So
yeah, so I don't think there's a scenario. Okay, there's a 99% chance that like this trade is something that was beneficial for both teams. The problem with Darius Garland, even now, is always going to be how well can his body hold up.
Yes.
It's obvious he can play well, but him and Mitchell together, the styles just did not work out. But I will mention this: in the Western Conference, if that were to happen with the Clippers, that's effing impressive. Because again, you're taking out the 3 teams we mentioned before, plus the Lakers, who I believe is still the 3rd seed right now.
Yep.
So, I mean, you're taking out some heavyweights if you do that. So, yeah, I mean, that would be something. But, yeah, definitely. Listen, both pills are poison.
Yeah.
Regardless. Neither one ends. I mean, they're both brutal when you take it because, your season is over. Would it hurt more if you lost to the Pistons in the second round in 7 games, or in the NBA Finals to OKC in a sweep, or in 5 games? That's a question, but that's why what Kenny Atkinson said earlier tonight is very important. The Detroit scenario could very well happen if you don't lock down the defense, and that would be a major issue. AlleyRoseFragrances.com. AlleyRoseFragrances.com. I have the lemon bar candle in the other room. It's lit, so I can't. Actually, it's lit. I have to tell you, my apartment in the last few days since I've had this candle, it smells like spring. I can't tell you what it smells or feels like outside because that changes hour by effing hour. My Lord, this effing weather sucks. Weather in here is golden. The air in here is fantastic. The air in here, it's spring. It's spring. It smells good because I'm in here. It's sexy as well. AlleyRoseFragrances.com. It's good stuff here, and longer burn times. Even burn. Actually, I will show you real quick. It's not lit because it's late, but let me show you real quick. Hold up. Told you we're live. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is good stuff right here. AlleyRoseFragrances.com. The lemon bar. And again, handcrafted. And then you see there, even burn. You see that? You know how like the competitors, the wax, it's in the hole? Even. That's why the burn times are longer. And that's the website, AlleyRoseFragrances.com. If you're a first-time customer, use the promo code INSIDE20. As we go to break, man, it smells good. Let's just go to break.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Ryan and Hallie Mosser. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio, but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com.
All right, welcome back to the show. We're going to talk a little bit about NFL flag football in about 5 minutes. We'll talk a little bit about that because that was some entertaining stuff. And, you know, with the Olympics coming up, the Summer Olympics, flag football is going to be huge. Robert Griffin III announcing that he's actually training with the flag football. And some interesting observations that I saw. So we'll talk about that coming up. 12:55, we'll have that for you. I do want to point out, Major League Baseball will get underway actually tomorrow night, Wednesday. Netflix will have the opening night broadcast, the New York Yankees and the San Francisco Giants. Their broadcast will include everyone who's not involved with baseball on the broadcast, including the Usos on the pregame show. I'm kidding. The game will be great. It'll be on Netflix. And then NBC and Peacock has games. Fox has games. Apple has games. Everybody, your mama has games on her streaming service. So, boom, Tubi will have games. But one of the key series of the entire weekend, of opening weekend, is our series, the Cleveland Guardians and the Seattle Mariners. Two playoff teams from a year ago, two teams, well, I would say two teams with high expectations, but per usual, if you look across predictors, per usual, the Guardians are picked to finish fourth in the AL Central, and then people are always stunned when they're like, oh my goodness, they're actually continuing to win the AL Central. Like, well, duh, this is what we do. But no, this is going to be a big series. But what came across to me that I was like, wait a minute. Whoa. How much is it going to cost to watch all four games of the series? Let's break this down. Now, the normal television or streaming home of the Cleveland Guardians is Guardians TV. That's the Major League Baseball local media service that took over rights from FanDuel, Bally Sports last year. Now, if you are already paying for normal cable and you have Guardians TV as part of your cable or satellite service, boom, don't even have to worry about it. But if you're like me and you don't have this channel as a part of your cable lineup, you got to pay $20 a month for Guardians TV, which for me, I have no problem doing. It's a premium product, $20 a month to watch the Guardians, fine. I pay $20 a month to watch the Cavs local broadcast, so that's fine. All right. So Thursday's game, the opener, and Saturday's game will be on Guards TV, $20. Friday's game's on Apple TV. I cannot tell you how much I hate the Apple TV arrangement. I think it's on the worst night from a residential standpoint and from a commercial standpoint. I wish if you got to do Apple TV games, I wish it was on like Wednesday nights in the middle of the week, because in most cases the games aren't even on at a commercial establishment at a bar. So you can't even go to your local establishment to watch the Guardians game during a key bar hour, 10 o'clock, because it's on Apple. But if you want Apple TV for the weekend, I mean, you could do the free trial, but if you sign up for it, $13 per month, Apple TV. And then Sunday, we're on Peacock. Peacock is $11 a month. So 20 plus 13 plus 11, I believe that's $44. You need $44 to watch the Guardians Mariners series in full this weekend. I understand Major League Baseball is bleeding for money. I understand Major League Baseball is on a renaissance and stuff, and it's great. And there are more places to watch Major League Baseball, but that seems a bit criminal to have to spend that much money to watch 4 games against top teams. So just want to let you know in advance. I don't want you to be surprised come Thursday and Friday when you're looking for the Guardians game. You can't find it legally. And you realize you got to spend $44 to watch them on Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You got to do that. Now, whether you're watching the Guardians game or not, you got to make sure you have W Energy. W Energy, phenomenal drink, no jitters, no crashing. And boy, is it ever a good time to have W Energy since the team is opening on the West Coast. Opening in the West Coast, you're going to need W Energy to stay up late to do these games, to watch these games, to watch the defending AL Central champion Guardians in action. Man, my goodness. Go to W.GG, use the promo code InsideEdge10. In fact, use the QR code to get to W Energy, and then you'll be able to use that QR code InsideEdge10. No sugars, over 15 different flavors to choose from, and the biggest key, all healthy, natural flavors, so you don't get that random burst and then crash. It's consistent flow. You're gliding through the day, and you're all set, ready to go. W Energy, again, the promo code InsideEdge10 to get 10% off your discount, in your order. All right, finally, flag football was over the weekend, and I got to say, it was actually pretty entertaining what I watched. The one thing I'll say about flag football, it is a bit tough to tell when the flag is pulled. I'm just mentioning from a production standpoint, but it's not – listen – it's not often we see flag football on television. So it's something that next time Fox airs a flag football game, that, you can have some zoom-ins on the pull. But phenomenal stuff. Odell Beckham looked like classic Odell Beckham. Tom Brady was talking smack. Logan Paul. Listen. When you have – this is the beauty of flag football, why flag football, I think, will be hugely successful with the NFL partnership. You get to see these players' faces. The reason why basketball and baseball have recognizable stars, and yes, football's the most popular because it's the most popular, but to actually see Tom Brady, to actually see Joe Burrow's face, to see Odell Beckham's face, to see even Logan Paul and various other players, Jalen Hurts, by the way. Jalen Hurts and I have a good showing. And when Logan Paul mentioned, man, if you want to know why you were traded or cut because of the interceptions, ooh, that's tough. But to actually see their facial reactions during the game and not being constrained to a helmet, that's huge. I think flag football is going to be onto something. I'm really excited, and there is a bigger picture to this flag football situation. We have not heard lately. If we were doing this show, I mean, we did this show 10 years ago. We were talking about concussions and talking about, CTE, the Will Smith movie was out with concussions and all that. We haven't heard much talk about that, but flag football could be a situation where if you make it popular enough, that it could be a complement to tackle football. I don't think tackle football is going to go away anytime soon. You do need a legal way to take things out, aggression. But the flag football could be in the same vein as soccer here in the United States, where you're still utilizing the American football, you're still utilizing agility. You can still go out and play. You force people to go outside and play and talk to people. We kind of need that. I think it's fun. Eli, you saw some of the highlights of flag football. A lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, just an enjoyable time. Even more enjoyable, I think, than the Pro Bowl at times. And just getting to see these, elite flag football players, and it was pretty cool to see. Poor Joe Burrow getting pantsed. I mean, that was tough. That was tough.
Yeah.
But,
and also Tom Brady threw a football and Logan Paul's, downstairs.
Logan Paul's. All right, yeah, and that's. I think we're running past. We've run out of midnight run juice. I think tonight.
We're good there. One quick thing before we end the show, but flag football was fun. It was fantastic. It was wonderful. My last thing, and we'll have the show tomorrow. We're gonna have a fun time. We got Unpack Wednesday. We got all that. We need to do whatever it takes to talk to each other a little bit more. I do notice, man, you can go entire days, whatever, in public settings. You can be around people, but not have human interaction. I don't know why that's been weighing heavy on me. Really today, especially. I do think we need to talk to each other in person, not just do this or, FaceTime or anything like that. I think in person. Because, we're around other people. Even when we are around other people, whether it's church, gym, or something else, it's we go in, we do our thing, and then we go home. Well, what's the point? It was the point. We need to actually talk to people. We need to get back to that, actually talk to people. All right, that's all I have. So there you go. All right, that's going to do it for Midnight Run. Thank you to Eli. Thank you for Chad for pulling the Kenny Atkinson clip and during crunch time, getting that in for our open. And thank you to our entire Inside Edge Network team. We got more programming, by the way, more announcements to come. So stay close, stay tuned at Inside Edge Net, and that QR code, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. You can see all of our content, all of our partners. You get to see that as well. We are back here tomorrow. At what time? Midnight. For Midnight Run here on the Inside Edge Network. We get the party started with Jersey Chasers, Inside Edge Prime Time, and then us with Midnight Run. So thank you all for your love and support, and we'll see you all tomorrow right here on the Inside Edge Network. Now go to bed. You don't want to be late to work tomorrow. Go to sleep.